little sporadic. Any sort of training modality that I did try to apply had negative consequences, ended up backfiring. So having these kinds of tools and resources, not only just with things like the 10-week course and the power posture and the functional training system, but also great practitioners like we have here at FP Minnesota, Kansas City, anywhere around the world. So it's just made it a lot easier to go to a trusted source to get good workout plans, good individual catering, things of that nature. Well, that's the problem. I really wasn't looking to solve anything other than getting better on the wrestling mat. And consequently, that ended up backfiring because I was training essentially for the incorrect reasons, and it came back to bite me. And I had to deal with a very severe sciatic injury that put me in limp mode essentially for a few years until I came out to FP and started training functional pattern style. Well, after getting into functional patterns about 5 years ago in 2017, my life has changed dramatically. I remember going out to Seattle to train with Johnny Nielsen, and he changed my life. He converted me, if you could say that. But after doing FP, I haven't turned back because there's no other system that is nearly as comprehensive with your mental and physical health, without a doubt. I mean, what really sets FP apart is there's been a lot of thought process and thinking outside the box when it comes to treating injuries, dysfunctions, and less than optimal movement patterns, because it's a whole system. You can't piece apart the system, fix one piece and expect the whole thing to be solved. You wouldn't go to your mechanic and expect them to only know about suspension. All right, you would want them to have a total comprehension about how a car works, and an FP practitioner is exactly that. They have a really good comprehension of how the body works and moves and how to help you heal your pains and ailments. Well, I've been wrestling for about 20 years now, and I only feel like I'm reaching my physical potential now. I'm only 28, so I'm still hitting my prime years, but I only feel like I'm getting more and more athletic as years go on, especially working with someone like Austin Jordan to help keep me accountable, give me the adjustments that I need and the cues that I need that I can fix on my own, so he can help me solve my own problems. Oh, it's huge, especially because FP was based on boxing initially, and then now working with Kyle Dake, getting that grappling aspect. So it's such a well-rounded protocol that, in my mind, there's no question. There's no question. I've gotten stronger, quicker, I understand my positioning better, and my tactics have increased as well, just through the use of FP, not even counting what my coaches have to say and my training partners have to add to my life. My favorite part about training with Austin is that he's not going to snub you one way or the other. He's going to be there to allow you to pretty much be yourself in the way that you are, but help you improve. So he's not going to comment negatively about you. He's only going to support you and build you up and hold you accountable in the things that you're doing, whether that's keeping that hip rotation, keeping that chest extension, or keeping you honest about being on time, being at your session, and getting as much done as possible to carry over into the rest of your life. I remember when we first got into this too, and you started becoming a practitioner before I did, no clue. There were a lot of things that were still up in the air, but luckily I could come to you, Frida, or Johnny to help out. But a lot of places don't have that kind of support and that kind of knowledge on hand, the way that Functional Patterns does. I would say go out on a limb and trust a Functional Patterns practitioner. I know everyone is skeptical about things, and I was extremely skeptical coming in. But I tell you what, I took the chance, took the risk, and it's paid dividends for my health and well-being. So I'd say if you're on the fence, go for it, because what do you have to lose? A few $100s for your health? I mean, if you can't even bend over to pick up your child, or if you can't even go from kneeling to standing without having some kind of chronic pain, what do you have to lose? Because that's going to be there your whole life and it's going to get worse. So why not just take a chance, put few hard months in and see what you get. Even just doing the 10-week course is going to change your life without a doubt. I can put my life on that. And then you add going to an HBS 1, 2, or 3 practitioner, the results are basically endless because of the way that FP approaches training with a principles first priority. What do you have to lose again? You know, if someone can get jacked and strong doing push-ups, pull-ups, sit-ups, pistol squats, things like that, why wouldn't you be able to become stronger by challenging the way your body already moves and setting new patterns and strengthening old patterns as well, old viable patterns? Dive in, people. Get your hands dirty, give it a shot.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Lukas. I appreciate you sharing your story.
Thank you, Austin.